Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone every well, and peace and blessing be upon the house of the elect. All right, much respect to you brothers out there doing this work in all sincerity and in truth. All right, being on fire for this truth. All right. The lesson of today is going to be discernment. All right, it's going to be a quick lesson. I'm not going to make it long. Basically getting into, we live in a world where, we really have to be spiritually minded, you know what I'm saying? Because, especially coming to this truth can put you on a whole new vibration. And, some people might try to, I'm just talking in general, some people might try to get close to, even friends and family members. And, we basically live in a world where people like to put up a front, all right? They like to act as if they're really there for you, or act as if they were ordained by the Most High, you know and we can use that in this truth as well, because coming from the perspective of agents being this truth, because we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. All right, so there might be some agents in this truth as well. There might be a particular band, just in general, particular man that you might meet in this truth. All right, and we all know, going to Proverbs 20:24, that man's goings is of the Lord. So you might meet some people who might, you might think that they're the men of the Lord, but that's when spiritual discernment comes in. You got to try the spirit to see if it's the spirit, and ultimately, that's a gift that has to be given to you by Yahweh Shin Yahushai. All right, because there's a lot of spirits out here that are, that were not ordained by Yahweh Shin Yahushai. There are spirits out here that, that are demonic. You know what I'm saying? But I actually got the word, and like the word for discernment, the definition, and it says the ability to judge well. It says perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance with understanding. Okay? And let me get the Merriam-Webster for that. It goes on to say the quality of being able to grasp and comprehend what is obscure, skill in discerning, an act or of perceiving or discerning something. So you might be asking, what's the point of this video? Well, you might come to a point in your life, in your walk in this truth, where you might be faced with a decision that you have to make. All right, you might be faced with a decision that that might change your path, that might lead you either on that right path or on that wrong path, and that's where discernment comes in. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of good examples in the scriptures, because we always like to refer back to the scriptures of wise men that had the spirit and the wisdom of discernment. All right, first and foremost, King Solomon. All right, King Solomon had the spirit of discernment, and he was one of the wisest kings in that time. All right, why? Because if you can receive it, he was the son of man, Yahweh Shai, if I may say. All right, through the spirit, but he was bestowed on uncomprehendable knowledge that everybody was amazed at that time. You see, and that was given to him by his Lord, by his Father. Okay. Let me get this real quick. All right, so this is First Kings, chapter 3, basically going into King Solomon asking Yahweh for more knowledge, for more understanding. Instead of asking Yahweh for woman and treasures and riches, no, he didn't ask for that. He asked for a spiritual gift. Because you gotta be spiritual in this truth, man. But this is First Kings. Slakia. This is First Kings chapter 3, and let me start at verse 6. All right, and Solomon said, "Thou hast showed unto thy servant David." All right, we all know about King David, man. "My father great mercy. Therefore, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee, and thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is in this day. And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father. And I am but a little child, I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, that cannot be numbered, nor counted for multitude, right? That's the children of Israel. Verse 9, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart, all right, which the heart represents the mind, okay? It says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon has asked this thing. And the Lord said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast thou asked for riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies, but thou hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. For lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise unto thee. Okay? So the Lord basically blessed Solomon with the knowledge and understanding of discernment, you know? Because that's going to be needed in this truth. Because you can't trust all spirits, man. You can't trust all spirits. Scriptures talk about man creeping in unawares. Scriptures talk about, you know, ravening wolves, not sparing the flock. So, you know, in this walk, you know, asking the Lord for the spirit of discernment is what you're really going to need in order to be successful in this walk and be able to make, you know, the best decisions at the best of your ability at all times, man. You know, and not grouping yourself with people that are not going to benefit you in this truth, you know, that are not going to help you grow in this truth. You see what I mean? This is 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they be of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Right, and that word try means to test out. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey man, sometimes you might meet people in this truth where you think that the Lord is dealing with them, like, first say if you're a younger brother, and then you meet a brother in this truth, you know, you might look up to him, because he might be an older brother, he has been in the truth for a few years, but so that brother might be going off, you know, that brother might not be stable in his truth, you know what I'm saying? That brother might be making bad decisions, so you don't want to allow that to affect you in this truth, you know. And this is just, you know, just some tips. This is not pertaining to anybody specifically. This is just in general, man. All right. Verse 2, it says, hereby know you the spirit of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. And this is the spirit of the Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it shall come, and even now already it is in the world. All right, so, you know, there are many Antichrists out here. There are many false prophets and false teachers out in the world, man. We even, like I said, even in this truth, we got false prophets, false teachers. That's why, you know, it behooves us to, you know, stay on our watch and to just, you know, be in that spirit of discernment, not always trusting in every idle word, not always trusting what the next brother says, because, you know, you might be on that right path, but you might be led astray because you decided to trust somebody that wasn't in the right state of mind, that the Lord wasn't dealing with. You know what I'm saying? This is Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders, and they will deceive every one his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught with their tongue to speak lies, and worry themselves to commit iniquity. Alright, so iniquity is sin upon sin. You see what I mean? So you can't trust every brother, man. Alright, you can't trust everybody that comes into this faith, because, you know, some people, they're not hot for this truth. They're cold. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just being close to them that spirit of weakness might just come upon you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a brother that's fervent in this truth, that's going hard, that's pushing the word, then you want to join yourself with brothers that are in the same mindset. You don't want to be with a brother that's cold. That's not really serious about this truth. You know what I'm saying? That's just taking it as a game. You know, and ultimately you want to do this for yourself, man. So at the end of the day, you got to be fighting for your own salvation. Scripture say, "Let every man be persuaded in his own mind." All right, because the next brother's not going to save you. Watching brothers' videos every day, that's not going to save you, man. Even though that might edify you and that might give you motivation and different inspiration to do different videos, at the end of the day, that's not going to save you. You got to take it upon yourself to want to do this, to want to receive salvation, because at the end of the day, hey, we're not doing this for vainglory. We're not doing this for a corruptible crown. We're seeking salvation, all right? Because the Lord is bringing calamities, the plagues, the famine, and the sword upon Babylon the Great, which is known as America. So at the end of the day, we might talk to brothers, man. We might motivate brothers, rebuke brothers, all right? We might encourage brothers, man. But at the end of the day, you always got to be discerned, man, who's really in this truth and who's really not. You see? Because if a brother that you have been knowing for so long, decides to walk out this truth and not do this truth, all right, to not want to push this truth anymore, he decides to quit. Well, what are you going to do about it, man? Are you going to fall in that same category? Are you going to be a fallout? Or are you going to actually, do it by yourself? Take it upon yourself to form your own camp. Take it upon yourself to keep pushing. Because that brother's already done for. So at the end of the day, man, just to sum it up, you always gotta be, in the spirit of discernment. Always try the spirit to see if it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem outside. Because we do have brothers their works prove that they're serious about this truth. Their works prove that they want to receive salvation. All right, starting with our elders and apostles of the great millstone. All right, but that's just a little lesson right there. Just admonish brothers. I pray it was edifying, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Until the next time, Shalom.